right, Marie, we can tell you that the protest started right here at Container Park. Those protesters then marched down Fremont Street, and as you mentioned, things escalated quickly. At one point, as protesters tried to block traffic, motorcycle cops began pushing their way through with their bikes in an effort to disperse the crowd. Go ahead and take a look. And that's when we saw at least 3 people arrested during tonight's protest as they clashed with officers. One man even wrestled to the ground and taken into custody. Protesters then continued marching, chanting, and they also stopped to block traffic a couple more times. Everyone came out to demonstrate after they learned that no officers would face charges in the death of Breonna Taylor, who was killed as she slept. We spoke with some of these protesters, and they say they're standing in solidarity with Breonna Taylor and that the grand jury's decision today was, quote, a smack in the face. You know, what's the message here?
Well, it says I'll never understand, but I stand, because obviously I'm white. So certain problems I don't have, but I still look at it like it's my issue. You know what I mean? So it may not apply to me, but I still stand with you guys.
Come out. We need more people. We need more bodies, because this isn't just a moment. This is a movement. And as my shirt says, it says more than a hashtag. Breonna Taylor is more than a hashtag. They used her as a meme. And it's time to really show that she is more than a hashtag by coming out here, demanding justice, marching these streets, and saying her name.
That's right. Good evening, everybody. Now, this discussion matters, folks, because this could be a very close and very contentious election.
Donald Trump sure knows how to get attention.
Will you commit to making sure that there is a peaceful transferal of power after the election?
Well, we're going to have to see what happens. You know that I've been complaining very strongly about the ballots.
Trump is suspicious of mail ballots sent to all voters, claims they're a recipe for fraud, although there's no evidence any widespread fraud happens. But just the thought of a president refusing to leave if he loses sends shivers up the spines of Democrats. Here's Las Vegas Democrat Dina Titus.
And to even suggest that you wouldn't support that if you were to lose the election is just outrageous. We cannot depend on this person to protect our democracy here or abroad.
I reached out to the local Trump campaign for comment. I'm waiting to hear back. But other Republicans have spoken up. In Washington today, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell tweeted, "The winner of the November 3rd election will be inaugurated on January 20th. There will be an orderly transition, just as there has been every 4 years since 1792. Our early presidents set precedent. George Washington moved over for John Adams. Adams moved over for Thomas Jefferson, says historian Michael Green.
Adams left office, and Jefferson took office, and there was no fighting.
Even Obama moved over for Trump. Today, the polarized and paralyzed U.S. Senate did something extraordinary. It passed something unanimously, a resolution committed to a peaceful transfer of power. But Trump again today said he was not sure the election could be honest. He called mail ballots a scam. I met 2 of his supporters who agree.
I don't know. Those mail-out ballots are worrisome.
What could be even more worrisome is a constitutional crisis, with an election looming and America wondering who takes power next.
Today, Republican Senator Rob Portman of Ohio called on Trump and Joe Biden to commit to abide by the results, no matter the outcome. I'm Jeff Gillett, News 3.
It's a rally cry among doctors this fall.
This year, I am really pushing my patients to get the flu vaccine.
Get your flu shot. Doctors say the reason is twofold. The first, every year the flu hospitalizes thousands. And in a time when doctors are still battling COVID-19, they want to avoid overwhelming our healthcare system. The second, if you get both at the same time, your immune system could get clobbered.
Your mortality is most likely going to be much higher, and there is a very high likelihood that you could potentially die or end up in the hospital.
Still, flu vaccines have their skeptics, asking questions like, do they make you sick?
What it does is actually give some flu-like symptoms when you take the vaccine because you're getting immune response.
Or do they contain dangerous chemicals?
No. Ultimately, this is tried and true technology.
And are they ineffective?
it can help to prevent illness from the flu by up to 40 to 60%, which is quite significant.
Yet this year, doctors fear they could be facing an uphill challenge selling people on the vaccine. The CDC reports for the 2018-2019 flu season, the majority of adult Americans, 57%, didn't get vaccinated. And here in Nevada, only 37% did. Instead, they beg everyone to go out and to do one simple act, getting the flu shot to help you and our community.
If we could get, more than 70% of the population either immunized or immune, that would really be the best case scenario.
And back out here live, the CDC does recommend everyone 6 months or older to get their flu shot this year. And there's actually a tool you can use online to find the closest place next to you to get that flu vaccine. Now, I'm actually going to be getting it right after the live shot here. We don't want to put it on needles for those who might be a little bit squeamish, but definitely want to practice what we preach. It's so easy, you guys. Definitely go to our online website attached to this story for more. Reporting live here off of Flamingo and Rainbow, Lauren Clark, News 3.
All right.